We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are, at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's all you can think about?
Bear in mind, the core of Rena now sits...
Right, here goes!
Not in your dreams! Raging Cascade!
Take this!
Hurricane Strike! Steel Force!
Double D
Lightning
defense!
Tornado! Photon Flash!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lunar Correction!
You're mine!
Air Thrust! Tiger Blade! Eat Dirt!
Rising
Raging
Wyvern!
Cascade! Where you going?
Here I come!
Ready and ready!
You're on!
Armor won't save you!
Hurricane Strike!
Now, while it's breathing!
Take it down!
Take
this!
Blah blah blah!
Explosive ring!
Wind Astral Energy! Blah blah blah! Reload! Blah blah blah! Hear my
Yours
call!
to be let free!
You get the jet! Glacial Speed! Here I come! Beast of Fall! Freeze Lancer! Go
Heal
get
away.
it!
Eternal Devastation!
Wind Astral Energy!
Wyvern!
Lightning Orb! Tornado! Ready to go! Go get it! This one's mine! Freeze Lancer!
You're mine! Dragon War!
Take this!
No accomplish this!
Amazing.
I can carve through armor!
Be careful not to overdo it.
Do it! Open! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
We can really make weapons with this? What are those? They look like Shion's thorns, and with flowers too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dana's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dana's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's Great Spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Renasalma.
Things are different.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Renis Alma's here, right?
Just don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrect 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Renis Alma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you. The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come on, be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
Go no further!
Don't worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Raging Cascade! Hurricane Flush! They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious! This one's mine! Don't mind if I do!
Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Lightning Orb!
Flaming meteor! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Hit! Take that! That's my cue!
Shut him down! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Buckler!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Go get him!
Rising Viper! Soaring Light Spear!
Explosion!
You're mine! Rising Viper! You picked the wrong fight!
Photon, do it! Go ahead!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
You wanna play? Come at me!
Photon Flash! Raging Cascade! It's a duel of the arts! Here's a healing art!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for to stop you dying.
Right.
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here!
One more! That'll bring you down! Lightning Orb! I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Ignite your ray!
Law, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Photon! Here goes! Here's healing circle!
Save you!
Blah, 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 that's a lethal spear! Here's evil!
Thank you for all your help. Please,
Light astral
don't mention
energy!
it. I'm glad to know someone's
Not
got my
today.
back.
I'm on a roll! Not yet, Firewatch! Here! Light astral raging cascade! There! I'm ready!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen the astral energy! Full throttle! I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Wow! You've got to be lucky to find this stuff.
Indeed. I can tell it's quite the find.
This will be a delicious piece.
No further!
Go get it!
Here I come!
Bullseye! This is gonna need all of us together! Raging Cascade! The flashing part's their weak point!
Stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara! Going ahead! Steel Force! Lightning Orb!
Raining Slash!
Take that! One last one!
So tired.
All that running around is catching up with you.
No,
Can't get out of
I
this!
don't think that's it.
Bullseye! Photon!
Let me
Blah,
out!
blah, blah! That's it!
Devastation!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Look sharp!
Lightning Orb! Blah, blah, blah!
mine.
Air thrust!
Try harder!
It's in the sky! Blah, blah, blah! Bring you down!
You made me angry. That's a bad idea.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Inferno crossing!
Don't mind if I do!
You're mine!
This one's mine! Here goes! Raging Cascade!
Burn in hell!
I'll take you all on. Flare to Malika!
Here's a hit!
You're
I
mine!
don't know what I'd do without you.
Take this!
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Hurricane strike! Beast of fire! Ready to go! Far enough! Finish it!
Law, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Hi, Hoodle!
This one's mine!
Force Raging Cascades!
Demon Fang!
Not on my
It can hide itself?
Amazing! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Rising Viper!
Blowing! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Here's a roar! Go get it!
Burn in hell!
Luna Cruza! Photon! Blah, blah, blah! Pressure! Blah, blah, blah! Lightning!
Not feeling so hot.
Take it easy. Don't hurt yourself.
Sorry, didn't mean to make you worry.
Take this!
Let's
Can't get out of this!
Photon Flash!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that.
Finish it!
Alvin, Astral Energy!
Say no more. That astral energy was incredible.
I gave it everything I had.
Right, here goes!
Hit by the power of flame!
You
Take
want
that!
It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Light Astral Energy!
Airborne beast, my spec.
Glacial Spear!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Burning Strike! Let the marksman handle this! Here goes mine! Photon Do it! Sion, Astral Energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory!
Shattering
This one's naturally! I never miss!
Rising Viper!
I can
carve through armor!
I think we can get through this.
As impressive
Don't
as
let up
always.
until it's over.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look exhausted.
Commander of Heaven, Phoenix Cyclops! Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
Hi, Hoodle.
Rising Wyvern! Here I come!
Lightning bolt, careful! It has some kind of camouflage.
Feathered Wind! You're on!
Go get lightning!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
One last one!
Explosive ring!
Light after
Use
them!
all the power of my healing
Close
arts
one.
to accomplish
Gotcha!
Here goes.
Now we're not destructive!
I don't feel so hot.
No further! You should sit this one out.
And miss all the fun. No way.
Burn!
Excited! Photon blast! Mega ray! Lightning orb! Mega ray! Arctic is coming through!
Here's a healing arc.
Light astral energy!
Appreciate the help.
Here goes! One more!
A freezing storm.
Bullseye! Ice tornado!
Ready to go! Demon Fang!
Far enough! Spirit flame! Reload!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Can't get out of this!
Photon blast!
Rising Wyvern! Not today!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare to Malika!
Here's a healing arc.
Now you see what I can do!
First aid!
Demon Fang!
Photon blast! I never miss!
Raining
Lightning
Blast!
orb!
Demon Fang!
Take that!
Healing circle.
Okay? Yeah, you too.
Hear my call. Spread. Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Demon
Do
Fang!
it!
All mine!
Alvin, astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them.
All in a day's work.
That's far
Take
enough.
this! You... The wrong fight!
Light astral energy!
No further!
Reload!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts.
Don't body slam us into next week!
Anything in armor is all down! Your armor won't save you!
Denied.
A freezing storm.
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Show you what my
Light
arts can
astral!
do.
Rising shine! Take that!
Their arts were interrupted.
To be let free!
Not on my watch! Hit! Photon blast!
Vacuum blade!
By the power of
Go
Gotcha!
Demon Fang!
Without a trace!
Get behind me.
Eternal devastation! Prepare to be Demon Fang! Take this!
Hear me!
Think that'll bring you down.
Light astral energy! Take
Rising
that!
Wyvern!
Searing bullseye!
Soaring light spear!
Lightning orb! Light astral energy!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as
one's
well,
mine.
I'm here to stop.
Let me help.
I'll smash you! I owe you one!
Searing
Sovereign Alpha! Blow away!
Lightning blade! Arc shield! Not on my watch! Light astral energy!
Keep up the pressure.
They're not playing around! Lightning orb! Going in!
In the
One!
Soaring light spear!
Far enough.
Here's the...
Take this! Miracle!
Here's the wall!
Sonic thrust!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help.
Light astral energy!
To be let free!
What would I do without you? Blah, blah, blah. Here, spread! Light astral energy!
Demon Fang!
Take ice! Won't
I'll
lose!
smash you!
Here goes! Photon blast! Arc shield!
Inferno crossing.
Demon Fang!
Can't be happening. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare to Malika!
Look shot! No further!
Round and two! Elfin!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Yeah!
Nice technique! Finish without a break!
Spear!
This one's go get him! Raging Cascade! Light Pierce Photon Flash! Light Astral Energy! Go get him! Photon Flash!
I can carve through armor!
Here! Light Astral Magic is active!
It's time! Try this! I can't get out of this!
Back into the Photon! Not in your dream! Annihilation! Where are you going?
You're mine!
Light Astral!
Atomic thrust!
Hurricane Strike! Healing Circle is
Now I can let loose!
And just like that, I'm back in. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Here's the way! Photon Flame! By the power of flame! Make it rain! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
That equipment should come in handy.
my best! What my art can do! You got nothing gets by me!
Ready and rare! The armor won't save you! Everyone! This one isn't normal!
Water! Here we go!
Prepare to be sealed! In a bind?
Light of fury! Burning strike! Water! Hear my call! One last one! One at a time!
Looking fearsome, Ringwell.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Let's kick some ass, kid.
Your astral arts are truly incredible.
Every little bit helps, right?
Indeed it does. I'll keep pushing to be better as well.
I never miss! If it's in the sky, it's mine! That'll bring you down! Go do it!
Kitara, frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
All thanks to you.
Nicely done.
Ready and ready!
Come one, come all!
Far enough! Here goes!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Here
Take this!
I can shatter any reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
Burn!
Flying spree! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can
Do
you
it!
take care of them?
Light burst forth!
Radiant citizen! Incoming!
Lunar
Go,
Roll!
do it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally!
You picked the wrong fight!
This one's mine!
I think we can get through this.
Morse, don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Arnex, we're coming through! Here goes! On guard! Burning Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Photon reinforcements? Blah, blah, blah.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want
If
them.
it's in the
Don't
sky,
take your
it's
hands
mine.
out.
As impressive as always.
Here, I hope that wasn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
That'll bring you down.
You're really, really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to get better.
Astral energy!
Say no more! Got
Well done.
Eat dirt!
Not on my watch! Light astral energy! Take that!
Finish it!
Elfin!
Commander of Heaven!
Here goes! Here! One more!
Rising Wyvern!
Radiant bullseye! Here! Photon burst! There! Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
Finish it!
Alvin! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Here! Take that! Take that! One last one!
Flame and silence!
Lightning
Sure,
spear!
to be let
Here's the
free!
evil! Light astral energy! Inferno! Photon
Rising
blast!
Wyvern!
Lightning orb!
Take
By the power of flame! Finish without a trace!
Strike!
Hup! Raging
Double
cascade!
Demon Fang!
Spread!
Down!
Burning strike!
You've got pretty
Finish it!
impressive aim there.
Keep going! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot!
Devastation!
Lightning orb! Do it! Go get it!
Law, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I won't forgive you!
Pain. Take this!
I'll heal you all! Spread!
No matter what, nothing gets past my shield.
Astral energy! Photon blast! Light astral energy! Photon blast!
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
There!
Here I go! I can carve through armor!
Take it! That'll bring you down! Photon! Not on my watch! Here, magic is hand!
Nothing gets by me.
Take that! Hear my call! Photon blast!
Down!
Light
You're
astral
all
energy!
This one's all mine!
Freezing storm! Photon blast! Light astral energy! Raging hazard!
Prepare to be sealed!
Radiant!
Can't get out of this!
Here! Hurricane! Radiant! Here!
Going in.
Demon
Light
Fang!
astral!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Lunar corruption! Here goes! Gemini
Demon
With
Fang!
that!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Inferno! Light astral energy! What my art can do! Shine!
Hold on to your art. Here I come.
Rising
Photon
Wyvern!
blast! Light astral energy!
Prepare to be sealed!
Storm!
No further!
Photon blast!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Photon blast!
Leave the
Light
torch.
astral energy!
Swarm!
Light
This one's mine! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Photon raging cast.
It's go time! Let me see what I can do!
Now or never.
Take this!
Vanish without a trace. Not on my watch.
You're mine!
Photon slash. Water snake.
Double demon fang!
Annihilation. By the power of flame. Vanish without a trace. Here goes. Raging cascade.
Double demon fang!
Explosion. Lightning orb. No more playing nice.
It looks like we made a mess!
Kithara frozen.
Hammer! Now that's what I call ice!
Together, I knew we could do it.
Far enough!
Raging cascade.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here's a message.
In a vine,
Shoot them out of the sky. Light astro. Gotta get magic in there. I never miss. Bullseye. Light astro.
Rising water!
Lunar corruption. Photon
Power
slash.
of water!
Annihilation. Energy. Mega ray. Photon
keep up the pressure.
Lightning orb. Radiant dream. Here goes.
Rising water!
Lightning orb. It's weakened.
This
Take
ends
this.
now!
Power of water.
in a vine,
Annihilation.
Pierce through!
Rising
Rising wyvern!
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
Dragon
no
storm!
complaints here! Armor won't save you!
Here goes. Light astro.
Double demon fang!
Flaming meteor. Demon flame.
This
Reload.
one's all mine!
Here
Eat
goes.
dirt!
Photon flash. Raging cascade.
How about
Take this! Rising wyvern!
Lightning
Take
orb.
this!
Ryan Mega ray.
Leave the charges to me!
Freezing.
This one's mine!
Demon fang!
Inferno crossing. Not on
Generation
my
wave!
watch.
Finish this!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Seriously?
Is this a joke? No further!
Light astral energy. Photon.
Shattering
Now you've got to pick me off!
Take photon flash.
Glacier, you want me?
Bullseye.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Light astral energy. Doubling.
Light burst forth!
Radiant genesis.
Rising wyvern!
This one's mine!
Here goes.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Here goes. Go
Blow
get
away!
him. Bullseye. Light astral
Glacier
energy.
Ray!
Wyvern!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Freezing storm. Light astral raging cascade. Photon flash.
Make it
Light
rain!
astral energy. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Like we're Gonna lose to small fry.
Take it down!
No further!
One last one! Blow! Lightning meteor! Lightning orb!
Be still!
Lightning orb! Light astral illusion!
Dragon form!
Photon!
Carve through armor!
Light astral energy! Photon blast! Lightning orb! Crescent move!
Lightning thrust!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Chocolate
Down! You're all
Ready!
destruction!
denied!
It's time.
Going in!
Take this!
Rising Wyvern! It's on! Eat dirt!
Outstanding
Make
form!
it break!
Xion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
That worked like a dream. I pity anyone who stands in our way.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. We'll burn it all to the ground.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, its energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Linwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? just happened?
Are you alright? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really, really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants. How it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's great spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.